no matter who you are, you have the power to show leadership. It's almost like every one of us has this inner leader inside of us just waiting to be woken up. So step number one is having the awareness and actually the commitment to show leadership in everything that you do. And leadership simply means you innovate and you have a great attitude, you commit to doing great work, and you lead by example. Ultimately, you use your life for a meaningful purpose. Unfortunately, most people blame or they play victim, and you can't really create a great career or you can't really create a great life if you're blaming and playing victim. I mean, a lot of people suffer from this dreaded disease called victimitis, excuse-itis. So I think job number one for the leader without a title is to assume personal responsibility and stop making excuses, and as Gandhi said so well, be the change you want to see in the world. To travel around the world working with organizations and meeting people from every walk of life and ultimately helping them lead without a title and step into their best. And you don't need a title to be a leader. Whether you work on the front line, whether you're a teacher, no matter what your background is, no matter what your life history has been, right now you have the power to show leadership in every single thing you do. And the payoff for you is you get to express your best. And if you show leadership without a title, you get to the end of your life and you say, I lived a great life and I lived my potential and I inspired people around me and I made a difference.
Trusting the other folks to come through with their part without watching them all the time, but trusting that they're going to come through with their parts.
And the role of a leader is to put people, human beings, in the best possible environment to achieve the purpose of the organization you're a part of. How do you go about doing that? At Fort Benning and throughout my career, they focused on just a couple of very simple things. One, have a clear sense of purpose, have goals, have a mission. Goals and mission are pretty good words. You see them all the time. You see them in PowerPoint presentations. But the word I prefer is have a purpose. The organization has to have a purpose. That's a more driven word. So when you take over an organization, whether it's an office of 3 or an army of 3 million, make sure you convey throughout the organization a sense of purpose. What are we here for? What do we do not just to make money? What do we do to make this a better society? And the best leaders I've known are those who can convey this sense of purpose down to every single person in an organization. The second thing they taught us was take care of the troops. Take care of the followers. They will get the job done for you. Train them, give them the skills they need. Make sure they're ready for the task ahead. Give them the equipment they need, whether they're weapons, computers, knowledge, whatever they need to get the job done. If you're a real leader, you'll make sure they have what they need. And you will never look away from those needs. You will not only talk the talk, you'll walk the walk with them. Make sure that you also commend them when they have done good things. And it's not just a matter of promotions or salaries. Sometimes it's nothing more than, I'm so proud you're a part of my team.
Your chief executive officer is not an act. You've got the real thing. This is not someone who's talking about revving up because it's a nice thing to say. He believes in it. This is not a CEO of NTUC who says, I think we can become an icon, but he doesn't mean it. He absolutely means it, which means he's absolutely counting on you to understand it, commit to it, learn about it, and take responsibility and ownership, put it into action. Question: are you willing to do it? Don't tell me. Turn to the person next to you. And if they, if you look at them, they go, yeah, okay, when they send me to class, I'll go. Then by right, you're part of the problem. But if you turn to your partner right now and say, send me to the course, I'm ready, and I'll put it into action, then you are the right person at the right time in the right company to become an icon of superior service in this country.
Now, if you're watching this, you may not be the President of the United States, and then again, maybe you are. But if you're not the President, I'd like to remind you and remind myself that every time we see an icon like this that represents a position of tremendous leadership, it also can be a reflection of the leadership that you have in your life. Because what you say, what you value, and what you do is also seen and heard by people in your company, in your department, in your community. And what you do and what you say can have a big impact on the culture of your organization, the culture of your community. So, Ron Kaufman at the White House, wishing you to remember the personal responsibility that you have to exercise leadership in your life every day.